So, you know, a lot of vitality potentially in your career when the sun is shining on you. We've got the moon in your 4th, and then I'm seeing the sun popping out here. The sun actually is in Pisces this month. So that is your 10th house of career, status, reputation. I'm just seeing like beautiful things happening. The sun is shining, sunflowers are blooming. There could be a dramatic change on the horizon if you so choose it. Like if some of you wanted to change careers, this new moon in Pisces is a great time to do that, Gemini. Or if you just wanted to deepen your knowledge in your current career and, you know, maybe take an enrichment course or take a class that focuses on development within your career. Even some of you may just go back to the basics to hone your craft, whatever it is that you do. Great time to begin something new. Maybe it's a new role within your current work. Something new. It's sort of like up-leveling in your career. New moon in Pisces in your 10th gives you an opportunity to bring something new into your career. And I'm seeing that this was trying to pop out here. Wonderful things. Judgment. This is renewal, second chance at something, getting rid of the old and bringing in the new, and make whatever makes your heart leap. I see some of you having some real joy in terms of, you know, pulling passion back into your career or your work. So let's see what the cards have to say for you, Gemini. We've got 3 of Coins in reverse, opening up the month, along with King of Wands. And then we have Magician in reverse, 2 of Swords in reverse. Let me just line this up a little bit better here. 7 of Wands in reverse, Page of Swords in the middle of the month, 2 of Cups reversed, King of Cups, Fool in reverse, 3 of Wands in reverse, 6 of Swords in reverse, and 4 of Cups in reverse. So what I see when I look at all of these cards just at the get-go, I think that there may be some challenges for you this month in terms of visioning, in terms of identifying what it is, where it is that you'd like to go and what it is that you'd like to do. The reason that I'm saying that is that I'm seeing Magician and 2 of Swords here in reverse. That's about decision making and taking action. I'm seeing Fool in reverse, 3 of Wands and 6 of Swords in reverse. This is about visioning, going somewhere new, setting out on a new adventure. It's saying kind of no right now, or delay to that, or there's not action in that. And this is 4 of Cups is when something's being offered to you, but you're not necessarily wanting to receive it or see it. So I see a little bit for March. It may just be a month of treading water for you, Gemini, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. There are other things that can happen while you're in a place of just sort of stasis or standing still or thinking things over and not necessarily taking action. One of the things here is that this is 3 of Coins opening the month, and this is a card usually about being competent, having plans, doing things in terms of group projects, doing things in a way that produces money, like doing something with a group that produces results. In the reverse, it's saying that maybe, working with others right now isn't featured for you, or that there's some sort of fear, doubt, or resistance towards completing some sort of project. And I see that there may be a client or a boss or a landlord or someone in authority who is seeing that slowdown, or seeing that they're kind of observing the situation of a slowdown in productivity or a slowdown in a group project. This is someone who usually has big ideas and usually puts big, bold, authoritative ideas forward, usually a fire sign. So this is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And, I'm seeing that because they're showing up so strong here, you may not be able to put your ideas forth, Gemini. I'm reading this as you with Magician energy. This is the I Am card. It means personal power, focus, the ability to initiate things and bring real results here to life on Earth. With this in reverse, I'm seeing that maybe your ideas and focus and concentration is being eclipsed by this dominant personality who is observing this work that's being done, or a group project, something that's being created, or it almost feels like a slowdown in some sort of group endeavor, like things that you're working on with someone else, houses being built, all of that kind of stuff. I'm seeing him as a key player in observing that, and you feeling like maybe you can't make a decision. Two of Swords energy. I don't know which way to go. I don't know whether to go left or right. I feel a little bit immobilized, therefore I'm going to check out. I'm seeing with this energy, it's kind of like there's just a dampening on your ability to present an idea and make a decision, because he seems to be taking up all the space. Whoever this fire sign is, or this person, I almost see him as like the chief of something. I don't know why I'm getting that word. The head of something. He's usually the person in charge, and he's like an action person, and he's saying like, why is there no action here? This could be like a father, an elder person, it could be a boss, it could be whoever has authority in the position. They're saying, why isn't this getting done? What's not happening here? And it may be leading you to a place where you feel like you can't put forth your best results. You can't really make a decision, or you're not sure which way to move, because he just seems to be the sticking point there. But I'm going to say, as you proceed towards the middle of the month, just stand up for what it is that you believe in, Gemini. This is 7 of Wands, which means success despite adversity. So if you're running into roadblocks, if you're running into difficulty, I'm seeing a story here that is 3 of Coins in reverse, 7 of Wands in reverse, and then Fool in reverse. If you're running into roadblocks and difficulty, know that you don't necessarily have to grind this all out. Like, I'm seeing an evolution, it actually should be like this, between not wanting to do the same kind of work necessarily, not wanting to work on this group project or see something through because of this pressure that's being put on it by this dominating force. And that if you stand up for what you believe in, if you defend your boundaries and say, no, this is what's right, this is what is correct, I believe in this enough to take up this cause and run with it, you actually open yourself up to new, fresh opportunities, Gemini. You actually kind of free yourself, and you get into a place where you see all things as possible. Instead of having no possibilities, not knowing which way to turn, not knowing what to do, you actually can get yourself into a place of, oh yeah, everything is possible. The world is stretching before me. And it may help you also open up your vision and get you on a path to a smoother space. But for right now, in March, there's a little bit of grinding gears, because you could be under the influence of a pretty dominant fire sign that is potentially making you question yourself. But what I love to see is towards the middle of the month, it seems like you figure it out. It seems like if you are having fear, doubt, or resistance to standing up for yourself, you come out clear as Page of Swords in the middle of the month. This is you being very clear with your words and saying, you know what, I'm willing to, both of these cards have in common that they're willing to stand up for something. And so you're saying here, I'm willing to stand up for this. I'm being very clear with my boundaries, with my thoughts. This is energy that doesn't really care about the effects of their words. So you might just say something very sharp in the middle of the month. Now, whether that's to a partner of yours that may cause some friction in a relationship, or whether that's to this guy, it may help you open up. I'm not necessarily recommending being sharp with anyone, but I am saying be clear with your words. The Page of Swords energy says, here's the truth. I'm willing to carry it, and I'm willing to show everyone what my truth is. He's not necessarily the most experienced in communicating, because sometimes he can be very blunt. But it's funny how you can be both blunt and sharp here in the middle of the month. So just be careful with your words. Think of this as like a kid running with scissors. Be careful that you don't do anything dangerous with your words or communication in the middle of the month, but I see it as serving you to kind of stand up to, you know, here's the standing up energy, to someone who's being dominant or draining you of your power, Gemini. So be careful that you don't take it out on your partner. If you are in partnership, be careful about not using blunt energy to create discord in any sort of romantic partnership. But I do see there being someone who's very loving and very compassionate and very kind in your environment, Gemini. And now whether this is you or someone else, this usually tends to be a water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But this is someone who is always compassionate, always caring, cares about the other person's feelings, comes at things with a place of understanding of other people's emotions. He wants everyone's feelings to be considered in the situation. So I see him showing up here. So whether that's you or someone else, I'm reading this as you, Gemini, with this Page of Swords energy, which is just saying it like it is. And, you know, if it does create tension in relationships, it's possible that your partner may be understanding of that. Again, whether you're male or female, this could be you, or this could be you, or this could be someone else. I see that they may be hurt by those strong words, but ultimately they're going to understand. It just may cause some friction in a relationship if you're too, if you're too blunt with a partner, a love partner. I would recommend, if you're going to be blunt with anyone, be blunt with this guy and stand up for your truth. And then towards the end of the month, your focus is really about creating a new vision. Both the Fool card, which is being open to all possibilities, and the Three of Wands card, which is about visioning a new future, allowing something new to come to you, and Six of Swords, which is about going to smoother horizons from treacherous waters. These are all about having a vision of a new future. And it may be, since I'm seeing the Two of Cups here in line with this Six of Swords, it may be that you're thinking about picking up and moving with your partner somewhere else. You know, that could be what corrects things from being in struggles to new lands. It could be that in the middle of the month, when you have got all this new energy for your career house, you may stand up for yourself and say, you know what, I'm going to go branch out on my own. I'm going to start a business partnership with my partner and go somewhere where it's smoother, where I'm not having to deal with all of your fire, Mr. Fire King. So, you know, whatever it is towards the end of the month that is blocking you from having a new vision of the future, try to remove whatever fear, doubt, or resistance you may have to envisioning a new future for yourself, Gemini. I see you maybe like checking out a little bit with Two of Swords in reverse and Four of Cups. This is like the weeds growing around your dreams, not seeing the greater love that is being handed to you. Ask yourself, like, is there something that I would like to see or envision, but that I'm afraid can't be possible, that I just feel like I have to be stuck in grinding this out with this guy breathing down my neck? I mean, it's a good time, middle of the month, to stand up for yourself, especially as it relates to your career or your job. And, you know, see if you can allow in this fresh new energy of all things are possible. I feel carefree. I feel like I can draw whatever it is I want to me. I feel like I can go somewhere where it's a little bit more calm, where the seas are more calm, where the horizon is more promising, where there's less conflict. You know, if you just stay in Four of Cups, which is sort of like a limbo land, being checked out, being a little bit in a dream state, being bored and not making a decision, that will keep you there. Whereas if you are clear with your words, if you do stand up for what it is, if you conquer whatever fears you have about standing up for yourself and defending your space and your boundaries, then you can turn all these around and you can see some real forward movement. You'll be able to have a clear vision of the future, Gemini. So that's my recommendation to you this month, is if it feels like you're treading water in any way, see if you can take action on something. See if you, or just envision what action you might like to take now. Take next. If now is kind of like a quieter time, or just sort of like keeping the status quo, keeping things going, thinking about things, it might be a good time to just even envision what steps, what action it is that you might want to take next. And that might help you plot out your course for the future and not have you checking out instead. So